Okay, so this is the lesson number 3. Let's talk about programming language more and the quality assurance certificate in order to get the job. So what you actually need to get the job, and let's talk. Let's start. Okay, so like I told you, I have a lot of experience, more than 10 years now, right? So I started my path and career from learning C++, which I definitely don't recommend you doing right now. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you already started learning the C++. That's fine. That's not a problem. More you know, all this, maybe you learn HTML, maybe you learn C++, maybe you learn something else. It's all gonna help you eventually. You don't need to have that, but everything you learn about computers, everything you tried, is gonna learn. It's gonna help. It's gonna definitely help. So there is a group of programming languages. It calls C-type languages. Why? Because originally there was a language C, then it was C++, then C Sharp, and it's all Microsoft actually family. So Java also was created based on that kind of technologies. It looks very similar, right? So whoever gonna read that language, Java, and the person who never saw that before but was doing the programming on C++ or C or C Sharp, gonna be able to read that and understand. It's gonna be way harder for that person if that person gonna try to read Python. However, the same principles, the same ideas over all these languages, so it's very easy to go from one language to another one. Okay, however, like a different family, C-type family and others, right? So what kind of language, right? What companies, what are they looking for? What kind of programming are they looking for? What kind of coding are they looking for? They're looking for a few things. So they're looking for skills, guys. So the main keyword here is a skill. So you want to have a skill to do programming. You want to have a skill to do the some little tasks, and you want to have a skill to automate the task cases. So there are maybe three main things, maybe a little more. By the end of the day, the first one is a skill. So you want to have a skill to do the whole thing, right? Testing and automation. The second one, you want to have a resume. And the number 3, you want to have a confidence going through the interviews. Keep in mind, I haven't mentioned the certificate here. So do you really need the certificate, right? Because I do. I have certificate. I have international certificate, ISTQB certificate. You can Google about that. ISTQB certificate. I never ever used the certificate. I have seen a few only, jobs in the descriptions about having that certificate was in Finland, some other European countries, more government positions, but was never a blocker for me. Most 99.99999 positions do not require a certificate. How about the computer science degree? The computer science degree is optional as well. So if you have that, it's good. If you have, for example, other diploma, from maybe marketing or from economics or something else, it's also good. Because there are a lot of companies who have their products related to that industry. That might help you, but it's not required. So what is required is your skill. So how the company would understand, are you a good fit for their company or not? They're gonna have a few rounds of interview. They're gonna ask you questions, and they're gonna figure out if you have the skill or not, if you are able to do the actual job or not. So you see, and you need first of all get that attention from the hiring managers by having that resume, by having the account created like on LinkedIn, on Glassdoor, and bunch of other headhunter platforms. So and of course you need to have a resume, some other documents. For example, when you apply for the job, you want to attach some letter, welcome letter, and then when you finish your interview, you want to send some email saying thank you, and polite and professional things like that always helps. So keep in mind, there is no certification that would allow you to get the job. There is a certificate, international certificate, ISTQB, that I don't recommend having you, even to have your focus there if you're just thinking of starting with getting a job in IT or QA job specifically. So how about the bootcamp certificate? For example, Spin Career provides the certificate upon completing of the program. For each program, you have a separate certificate. Does that help to get a job? Is that recognized over the United States, over European Union, any other, organization, etc.? It's recognized through through Spin Career, right? It's recognized, through the companies if they kind of like looking for a student. Most of the chances they're gonna look for some engineer who have a skill already, they want to get a person who knows how to automate their test cases. No, they don't want to invest in you like so you kind of can learn and only then do the job. They want you to be able to do the job right away. That's why you want first to get the practice. You want to go through the internship. You want to have some kind of preparation. You want to get like someone who's gonna help you with a resume, with interview process, with getting a job, employment assistance, with all that thing, right? So usually the boot camps should provide that, right? The most important thing they provide is a person who already working in an IT company, who does the interviews, who went through a lot of interviews, who have that experience doing that interviews, who knows the tricks, who knows how to behave, who can explain you like all the small things about going through the process and then eventually get the job offer. You really want to find the good bootcamp, professional instructors, and people who really want to help you. So this is basically it. My goal was to get your focus in the right direction, because there are sometimes students come to Spin Career and asking, hey, we have completed the bootcamp, right? We learned some programming language, and now we cannot find a job. I cannot find a job. So once I started asking questions, for example, like what library did you learn, and they said, no, we just learned the programming language. So a lot of people are thinking, okay, there is a job programmer, right? And that will allow you to get a job. No, guys, it must be a complex. It must be a program that has everything included. From the very beginning learning programming till the very end, helping you with a resume and going through the interviews. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. This was a mini course for quality assurance and software testing. Have an amazing day. Good luck.